Thank you so much. So hey everybody, my name is Caitlin Flake and I am the campus recruiter for the Columbia, South Carolina office for Capgemini. Just a little bit of background about me. I have been with Capgemini for about 3.5 years now. I started out as a campus hire and I started as a business analyst, and then I moved into our campus recruiting role about 2 years ago. I really enjoyed it so far, and I'm excited to share with you some more about Capgemini. So for the purpose of this presentation, we're going to do just a quick company overview, talk about what working as a consultant really looks like. If you were to decide to join us, what would you do? Our people, and then the recruiting process. So who is Capgemini? Capgemini is an IT consulting firm. We are headquartered in Paris, France, but we're located all over the world. We're actually in over 40 countries, and we have offices all across North America. Like I said, I'm coming from our Columbia, South Carolina office. Something cool and different about Columbia is Capgemini's first ever advanced technology development center. And why that may be a little bit different is typically when most people think of the consulting lifestyle, well, I should say pre-COVID, when people think of the consulting lifestyle, they think of traveling to a customer site every single week and really only living in their city on the weekends. And so we wanted to change what the consulting lifestyle has looked like. So in Columbia, we created this really open, collaborative environment where different teams work in what we call a pod model. And internally, we have been able to produce better results for our clients because we have happier employees. This model has actually been so successful that we're opening our second technology center in Nashville. It's going to be open in May 2021. So that's something that we're really excited about. But just to share a little bit more about what Capgemini actually does, Capgemini is a company of people. Right here you can see it says people are at the center of everything we do. So a lot of what Capgemini does is we do software implementations for other companies. So we don't have our own specific product that we sell. And so our people are really our product. And because of that, we want to make sure that our people come first. The motto for Capgemini is people matter and results count. And I think that it's really cool that people come first, and that can really be seen in everything that we do. So we have 7 different values that we hold at Capgemini: honesty, boldness, trust, freedom, team spirit, modesty, and fun. I truly believe that you can really see all 7 of these in the day-to-day work that we do at Capgemini. My favorite one is fun. I think that it's really cool that as a company, one of our values is to have fun. You're at work so much of your life that you want to be able to have fun doing the work that you're doing. And I think even during the time of COVID, when we're all working from home, we've still been able to hold true to this value. The company has hosted different virtual happy hours, virtual cooking classes. We've done virtual concerts. So we've just done things to try to hold true to this and hold true to all of our 7 values. So like I mentioned earlier, Capgemini is a global IT consulting company. We have offices all over the world, and something really cool is in your day-to-day job, you are getting to work with people from different countries, and you're getting to experience different cultures. This slide is actually a little bit outdated. We recently had an acquisition, so we're now close to 300,000 employees across Capgemini as a whole. So that was a little bit about the company. Now I want to talk a little bit about what it would actually look like to be a consultant. So here's the lifestyle of a consultant. So in the beginning, when working with clients, our job is to figure out what our customers want in the software that we're implementing for them. From there, we respond. We are the problem solvers. We are the subject matter experts. So it's our job to understand what they want and be able to produce a good result for that. Next is develop. So under develop, you'll see the word collaborative. Everything that is done at Capgemini is done based on a team. So whether you're working on a team with a business analyst, a developer, a project manager, everything is done collaboratively. Next is succeed. Capgemini has an incredibly high satisfaction rate, and that's something that we are really proud of. And then last is invent. We don't want our work with our clients just to stop after one project. We want to constantly be coming up with different ideas and selling work so that this life cycle can continue. So what would you do? So coming out of campus, we typically have two roles that we hire for. We have a technical analyst and a developer. So the developer role is your typical programming type role. And then the technical analyst is a little bit different. It's a mix between a business analyst and a developer. So you're still working very customer facing, but you're also being able to work and understand the technology side as well. One that's not mentioned, we also have a business analyst role, which is working with the customer, being the problem solver, writing out the user stories. We do have that role. We don't have as many positions in that role. So the two main ones we typically hire for are the technical analyst and the developer. So just to go off of what we hire for, here are some of the different skills that we really look for in the consultants that we hire out of campus. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of my favorite ones. Obviously, number one, and probably most important, is having an interest in technology. The world of technology is always changing, and to work in a technology consulting firm, it's just important to be interested in it, and going from there, being flexible and adaptable. Because the world of technology is always changing, you want to be able to change with the technology. A huge one for us is communication skills. Especially we've seen this in this virtual environment, just being able to flip from working in person face to face and then switching those communication skills to virtual. So just being able to effectively communicate with others. And that leads me into another one of working with others. So being a team player, being able to understand where other people are coming from and work collaboratively as a team. And my last one that I always like to mention, and I think this is important whether you decide to come to Capgemini or really anywhere you go, is having an entrepreneurial spirit. I always tell people it is so important to know where you want to go in your career and share that with others. Take control of where you want to go, and when you do take control of it, people will help you get there. So don't be shy in letting people know what your career aspirations are. And obviously you can see there are a lot of other ones we look for, but those are just some of the ones that really stand out to me. So our people at Capgemini, for our corporate social responsibility, we focus on 3 different pillars. So number one is diversity. It is so important to us to bring in diverse talent into Capgemini and have a just diverse workspace. Number 2 is digital inclusion. It is important for us to use our technology skills and abilities to really close in that digital divide. And then last is environmental sustainability. I truly think that this one can really be seen through the adaptation of the centers that we're moving towards. So the Columbia Center and soon the Nashville Center, really just reducing that carbon footprint by not having our consultants travel full time. So also at Capgemini, I think something that really helps us stand apart is our employee resource groups. So employee resource groups are organizations at Capgemini of like-minded individuals, and it really just provides an opportunity for people to get involved. At Capgemini, we have an 8% higher retention rate of our employees of who join ERGs than who don't. Just to give an example of some of the ones listed, we have A Cubed, which is our African and African American ERG, OLA, which is our Hispanic American ERG. We have Outfront, which is our LGBTQ plus network. We have Women Lead, and we have many more, as you can see. You do not have to be, basically, you don't have to identify with one of these organizations to join it. So for example, you don't have to be a woman to join Women Lead. It really does just provide an opportunity to network and really just grow in your organization and find a place to make it home for you. So our recruiting process. So if this sounded interesting to you and Capgemini may sound like a place that you would want to join, this is how you would join us. Our positions are posted on Handshake. So we have our roles open until October 30th. We do all of our full-time hiring in the fall, and we do our RISE program hiring in the spring. Just to give a quick overview of what our RISE program is. RISE is our 3-day kind of internship program that we do for rising seniors. So during the 3 days, all of the students are placed on teams of about 5 to 7 people. They're given a problem statement, and they have the 3 days to create a software solution to that problem. At the end of the 3 days, they present that problem to a board of Capgemini leadership. And all successful students, not just the team that wins, is offered a full-time job offer with Capgemini for after they graduate. So a really awesome program. We actually had someone from the Citadel participate in our RISE program 2 years ago, who is now a full-time employee with us. So it's a really great opportunity just to gain some experience, as well as you could come out of it with a full-time job offer. I've also posted my email address on this page, and after this I can also post it in the chat. But if you're interested, like I said, you can send your resume to that email address, and I can get you connected to our application for our full-time roles. To talk a little bit about if you were to interview for our full-time roles, our interviews are pretty quick, actually. We really pride ourselves on having a very quick and painless interview process. Our interviews are just 1 day, and candidates go through 3 separate interviews during that 1 day. They have 2 behavioral-based interviews and a technical screen, or if you're interviewing for more of a business position, it's a case study type of interview. But our follow-up process is very quick. We get back to our candidates no later than the following Monday after their interview. So it's something, like I said, it's quick, it's painless, it's something that we really pride ourselves on. But that is really it. I would love for you to connect with me on LinkedIn or check out our website or some of our social media platforms. Just to end this before I open up for Q&A, I just wanted to share a little bit about why I've stayed at Capgemini for 3.5 years. I truly believe that it is a culture like no other. When you walk into a Capgemini office, it just has the best environment. It's open. We don't have cubicles. I really think that it's warm and welcoming. During lunch, you can see people playing Nintendo Switches and playing chess. And so I just think that the culture really speaks for itself. And I think that it's a really awesome place to start a career. We have an incredible training process. All of our campus hires go through 2 weeks of orientation and then 4 to 8 weeks of practice-specific training. And me coming out of campus, that made a huge difference to me, knowing that I would have the appropriate amount of training before ever hitting my first project. So those are a couple of the reasons why I have loved working for Capgemini and truly why I stay working here. But thank you all so much for your time and letting me present this. I will now open it up for questions.